All right. Shalom, Akyam. Shalom. This is the brother Ba'ar coming back at you again with another daily exhortation to edify the body, to edify the sheep of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah to the best of my ability. And before I start, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Ba'ashem Rakah Quadash. I like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. I like to give salutations to the Akyam preaching the gospel across the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. Shalom, Akyam. Shalom. Once again, I'm back with another daily exhortation, and this is going to be a quick hitter. I just want to, share some thoughts with you, brothers and sisters, man. But I'm going to start off with this first precept here. Start off with this one. All right. This is Luke 16 verse 8. And it says, And the Lord commended the unjust steward, because he had done wisely. For the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. And I want to start off with this precept because just experiencing a little something today, while I was at the plantation, just observing people, and just being circumspect, because I work in a popular superstore, and a lot of people come and go, and it's beneficial to me because I get to, check the temperature of the people, and where I work, it's, predominantly Esau Edom that's there. But, and then there's also Northern Kingdom, and then sprinkled here and there in a very small amount of number is the Southern Kingdom. But, with all these things that are going on in the world, the children of this world in their generation are wiser than the children of light, which means, the other heathen nations, especially Esau Edom, man, in this generation, they're wiser than the children of the light, which they're wiser than the unbelievers of our people, the 2/3 of our people, because the elect, we have the light, we have the Spirit of the Lord with us, man. We have the word, and we're watching, we're watching for prophecies to come to pass. We're watching Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and the other nations. We're watching their movements. We're watching the things that they're doing as far as, their agenda, once again, just watching for prophecies to come to pass. And we're very observant, we're very observant of the spirit that's upon the people. We're very observant of what's going on globally, with politics and stuff like that. But the unbelievers of our people, the 2/3 of our people, they're totally unaware of what's really happening. They're totally unaware of the changes that's actually manifesting. But as I was working today, I seen a particular customer. And not even just one particular customer. In general, quite a few customers, Edomite men in particular. I saw this one Edomite gentleman in particular, Edomite man in particular, and I seen the look on his face. And I seen how he was approaching my area. He had one hand in his pocket. But the look on his face was just, a look of hopelessness and destruction. Our people don't understand that this world, this kingdom of Esau Edom is falling. And these people are in the spirit of self-destruct. Because they're watching. They're paying attention to the things that are happening, in the Middle East. They're paying attention to the stock markets. They're paying attention to the economic system in general. They're paying attention to all these things that are going on. All right. This is a house divided. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, there's a lot of his people that don't want to take part of this juice situation. You know, there's parts of their people that don't agree with the powers that be. You know, they're a house completely divided, and you can see it in their face. You can see it in their spirit, that they're in the spirit of self-destruction. All right, because they know that all that they have is slipping, man. It's falling. All right, they're losing everything. You know, and these people, they're used to, you know, for the past what, you know, how many hundreds of years, you know, being on top. And now they're finally seeing that their kingdom is falling apart. You know, they're hearing the men of the Lord out on the highways and byways, on YouTube, on social media, because, you know, they're, even for like the older crowd, you know, a lot of them, they're on the internet too. A lot of them are on Facebook or, you know, these other social media apps and stuff like that. They're on them as well because they use those apps to communicate with family and friends, you know. So they're seeing a lot of the same things that we're seeing, you know, and they know who we are. You can see it in their spirit. But our people are totally unaware of these changes, man. You know, they're totally unaware of the spirit that's upon Esau, Edom. You know, they're getting ready to bug out. All right. So the scripture says in Ephesians 5, it says, I'll start off at 8. It says, for ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord. All right. So we were in the darkness at one point, you know, but the Lord called us unto his marvelous light and has given us understanding of the time that we're living in, of who we are and who our enemies are. You know, and the Lord has blessed us with this understanding because now we're able to be, you know, more circumspect, as it's going to say in 15. Right. But let me continue. All right. Verse 11, it says, have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. You know, what has light to do with darkness, man? You know, the scripture says, and I brought it out in my last lesson, can two walk together except they be agreed? You know, and the world, you know, we're not in agreement with the world. We're not in agreement with 2/3 of our people, and we damn sure not in agreement with Esau, Edom, and the other nations. All right. And we make ourselves a prey. You know, even if we haven't even said nothing, it's just the spirit that's coming off of us, man. They don't like it because they hear the men of the Lord and they see their kingdom falling apart. Okay. And don't get it twisted, brothers. You know, a lot of these Edomite women, you know, they're for their own nation. Don't get it twisted. They may smile with you. They may, you know, dress to impress you, but don't get it twisted, man. They're going to ride or die for their team. And you have to understand that. You know, we have enemies, man. And that's the one thing our people don't remember. You know, and that's the blessing that the Lord has blessed us with, man. He's brought us back unto remembrance of who our enemies are. You know, and also through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, the Lord brought our enemies back unto remembrance of who they are. You know, because the men of the Lord that are out on the highways and byways, the prophets, we've been continually, and Lord willing, you know, I'm a part of that number, which I am a part of the work and the ministry. But we've been out there on the highways and byways, starting with the apostles of Great Millstone for 30 plus years, telling them who they are, reminding them of who they are, and telling them of their judgment that they're getting ready to receive. You know, these things are on their minds all the time. Don't get it twisted. The apostle Tahar always said, man, you know, after we're done giving them a spiritual ass whooping, man, you know, they're going home, laying down on their back, staring at the ceiling, you know what I'm saying, bugged out, you know, because these words cut, man, and they cut deep. They cut the soul, man. The word of the Lord is, man, is sharper than any two-edged sword, man. Undefeated. All right. And it says, verse 12, and it says, for it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever doeth make, Salakia, for whatsoever doeth make manifest is light. All right, so now these people, they can't hide in their wickedness, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, they can't hide in their wickedness, man. For every move, they've for so long, they've had us under their enchantments. You know, they've had us, you know, in a state of confusion, in a state of bread and circus for so long. As I stated earlier in this lesson, man, our people, man, they're not watching, they're not paying attention. They're totally unaware of the changes, man. They're totally unaware of the dangers. You know, they're gonna be sitting here and they're gonna try to befriend Esau, Edom, and Esau, Edom is gonna stab them in the back. He's going to really show them their horns, but by that time, it's going to be too late. But we've warned you, man. Our people are caught up in that Christianity mentality. Our people have not put on that armor. They haven't put on the Spirit of the Lord. They haven't seeked the scriptures. All right? They haven't seeked the counsel of the Lord. You know, they don't have that ruling class mentality. When you have that, when the Lord blesses you with that ruling class mentality, you'll understand. You'll have a better understanding of your enemy and their mindset, because they don't want to be, because we, as the scriptures say, man, they're going to receive double. Now, they know what they've done unto us. In the scripture, and the Lord have us speak unto them and tell them that they're going to receive double. They don't want to lose their power. They don't want to be at the bottom. They rather destroy this place before they go into captivity. But they going into captivity, kicking and screaming like a big ass child. He's going into captivity. Esau, Edom is not going to lay down. The Most High didn't build them like that. All right. They are the wicked. They are the devil. All right. They are Satan, and they're going to be that way. This is why we have to break them in the kingdom. All right. We have to break them to nothing. All right, verse 15, and it says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. So you have to redeeming the time, understanding the time that we're living in. Our people don't understand the time that they're living in, man. They just want to talk about nonsense, like the brother Quadash did a lesson earlier, man. You know, he said the filthy conversation of the wicked, roughly paraphrasing. But yeah, man, you know, 2/3 of our people, man, they have no understanding, man. They really don't know what time it is. It says, because the days are evil. You know, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is, man. And these people do not understand the will of the Lord. They don't know it, and they don't care for it. They don't care for it. All right. So the one precept that came to my mind, you know, as I was thinking about what I experienced today, just looking upon the face of Esau, Edom, you know, we're here. We were sent by Yahweh Bashim al-Shah to warn our people, man, of our enemies and the things that are getting ready to befall us, man. On this side, we're getting ready to enter into Jacob's trouble, man. You know, you don't want to go into Jacob's trouble without that hedge of protection, man. All right. So let me see. I'll make it short. This is Sirach 13, and I'll start off at 11, man. All right. And it says, affect not to be made equal unto him in talk, and believe not his many words, for with much communication he will tempt thee, and smiling upon thee will get out thy secrets, man. And these precepts here are very important for our people to understand, to receive and understand. You know, the Lord is showing us and teaching us how not to trust our enemies, because these people will speak very sweetly with their lips, man. All right. And it says, affect not to be made equal unto him in talk. And you know, that's great advice. You know, not to say that you're lowering yourself unto them, but we're not the same people. You know, you are the devil that the Bible speaks of. It says, believe not his many words. That's why when Esau Edom comes real nice and all that kind of stuff, and he tries to speak very sweetly and with much communication, he will tempt thee. And smiling upon thee, he will get out thy secrets. But cruelly he will lay up thy words. All right. And this is why, and it says, and will not spare to do thee hurt and put thee in prison. That's why, when I'm in conversation with the so-called white man, I just shoot a lot of shit. I say a lot of stuff that really don't matter, but I try to, being subtle, I make it sound like it matters, but it really doesn't. And I don't let them know what's on my mind. That's one thing I don't know. I don't let Esau know what's on my mind. I don't care how they come off. I don't care if it's man or woman. I don't speak my mind amongst them, because the Lord made them to be that way. All right. And it says, but cruelly he will lay up thy words and will not spare to do thee hurt and to put thee in prison. Like, they're going to come up to you and you may be in conversation somewhere, maybe at a coffee shop or something like that. And they're going to want to know if you juiced. They're going to want to know your business. Don't let Esau know any of your business. Don't let any of the heathen nations know your business, even the wicked of our own people. All right, because it says, and will not spare to do thee hurt and put thee in prison, because that time is coming. Persecution is coming. Betrayal is coming. So we have to walk in wisdom with those amongst those that are without. All right, but concerning Esau Edom, it says, observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril of thy overthrowing. When thou hearest these things, awake in thy sleep. Love the Lord all thy life and call upon him for thy salvation. And the water Yahweh Shemel Shah, we have his name. We have his word. We have the spirit of truth. Because our enemies, man, they bugging out. They're about to lose it all. So the scripture says, observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril of thy overthrowing. And this is what they're trying to do. Once again, you think Esau Edom, the so-called white man, want to go into slavery? Trust me, he don't. He don't. All right. So let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs 6. And I'll start off at 12. Proverbs 6 verse 12. And it says, a naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth. He winketh with his eyes. He speaketh with his feet. He teacheth with his hands. In this world that we living in, more often you'll find that the wicked of our people, they'll speak with their hands. They'll speak with their fingers by throwing up those devil horns. Esau Edom, he does the same thing. They may not understand, especially 2/3 of our people, they may not understand what they're doing. But they are of their father, the devil. And the lust of their father they will do. They have that spirit of the world on them. That's why they put up those horns. I forgot what the particular specific name of those horns is, but yeah, man, they're coming in that spirit. So you have to be mindful of those people who come in that spirit. For me, that's a sign that that person's wicked. He may not think he's wicked, but he's of the world. And if he's doing that kind of stuff, he's not using his mind. He has no understanding. All right. And it says frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. And that's Esau Edom. Never trust thine enemy, for as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. He's always going to be wicked, man. Don't you ever trust him. Every time he's in the room, take good heed of him. Observe him. All right, because these people they're not for our turn, like we're not for their turn. It says he soweth discord. He soweth discord. He has been sowing discord amongst our people from the jump. The scripture says, woe unto them that soweth discord amongst brethren. And that's what he's doing. He divide and conquered us. Northern kingdom speaking one language, southern kingdom speaking the whole other language. They always been trying to do this from the very jump, man, when we went into this captivity. Always trying to sow discord amongst the tribes. And it says, therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. All right. And these people are going to lose it, man. And Akim, man, walk circumspectly, man. You know, especially at my job, man, they always like to show us these videos, these short little video clips about what to do when a mass shooting occurs. What is Esau Edom, the so-called white man? What is he trying to tell you? All right, they would have us watch these videos maybe like once every couple months, but sometimes that's way too off. That's way too often, man. It's like, what are you trying to tell the people? What are you trying to tell us? All right, because they know that their kingdom is falling apart. This is why they're prepping the minds of the people. All right, and it says a proud look, which Esau has, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. You have to remember that about these people, man. You think that they won't listen, man. They are the original niggas, man. Y'all have to understand that. They are the original niggas, man. Our people don't think that Esau Edom will do things like that, man. They will. And they'll show you. Because their house is fallen. It says, in heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies. All right. And they've been speaking lies this whole time. They've been false witnesses speaking lies. And he that soweth discord among brethren. And that's exactly what they do, man. Dividing and conquer. Okay. So, man, Akim, just be circumspect, man. You know, their house is falling apart, man, and they're gonna bug out. And you can see it in their face, man. If you're walking in the spirit. You know, don't worry about their women much, but their men, you know, they see their end. Okay, so this is Deuteronomy 30 verse 7, and it says, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. All right, so their house is falling apart and these curses are falling apart upon them. You know, and you have to be mindful of these things. The Most High is gonna put holy hell upon these people, man. And this is just the beginning. This is they haven't even scratched the surface of the judgment that the Most High is getting ready to is already starting to put on them. You know, and they're gonna bug out and they're not gonna be able to deal with it. You have to remember the Most High made us stronger than them. The Most High made us strong so we can endure hardness, that we can endure hardcore slavery. But they don't have that spirit. Okay? Be mindful of these things, Akim. All right. And thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day. All right. So, man, I just wanted to share these thoughts with our brothers, man. And I hope y'all were edified. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone. I'd like to give salutations to the Akim preaching the gospel across the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. Shalom Akim. Shalom.